process. So for the MEPS process, it started for me where my recruiter had scheduled a date for me. I went to a hotel, so you were supposed to check in by 3 p.m. and brought clothes for overnight, so you'll be ready for your physical. Make sure you are honest with your recruiter whenever he is doing the screening questions, like for example if you had any surgeries, if there is any medical issues or any medical conditions that you have, because they're gonna confirm that. And in the beginning of my video, when I talked about that questionnaire or that application you had to fill out with a lot of questions, you also sign something when you go into the office to see the recruiter for your medical release. So when you go to MEPS, I'm gonna later on tell you about that part. So went to the hotel, stayed at the hotel. There's food there. You check in. When you check in, they do a little briefing in the evening. They let you know, okay, hey, you have until such and such time, you can go, but you have to be back at the hotel by I think 8 p.m. or something like that. I can't remember the time. It's not only the Air Force that's there, there's also the Navy, the Army, Marines, everybody's there, because it was not only persons that were there for their physical, but there were also persons there that were actually going to be shipped out the next day. They tell you have to be up by a certain time. I think it was 5:30. You have to be downstairs by 5:30 the next morning. So I don't think they call you or anything. They literally tell you have to be down here by 5:30. I can't remember if they did call me. So at your breakfast and stuff, the rooms are very nice, by the way. Check out the next morning. You have to be downstairs by 5:30, have your breakfast and everything. They will call you by your name. There's going to be different bus there, I guess for different reasons. I think it was done in alphabetical order or something like that. I can't remember, because as again this happened like I think around September last year. So before, also there are some cases where you will do the exam and they put you in the hotel the night of the exam for you to leave the next day to go ahead and do your physical. My case was different because remember I told you I had to wait until the family plan for who was going to keep my daughter, that waiver. I had to wait until that waiver was approved before I was able to go ahead and do my physical at MEPS. So we got on the bus, we had to line up outside. They separated who was doing their physical again and who was leaving. We went inside, we checked in. We went to our liaison officers. I think they like separated the Air Force, Army, everybody was separated. Girls and boys were separated. So we went in, we checked in, gave the paperwork, because you're supposed to get a paperwork from your recruiter the day before, which you would bring with you at MEPS. We brought it, we checked in, we had a seat. They checked our pressure. They checked our weight, I think, or height. You had a seat again. They had the hearing test done. So the hearing test, now you go into like this little room and everybody had like a little booth. So the headsets were there. They gave you the instructions, said to listen, and you were supposed to listen for a beep. So everything was at a different decibel. So had the earphones over and then you heard the beep, beep. It was loud. It was like there was a point when I was like, hold up, was that a beep? And you had to press the button. So after that, now it's like you're going to be, trust me, it's very tricky. So you have to be careful and listen. And even if you think you hear something will sound like a beep, you better press that button. After a while, when it's done, you'll hear the recording saying, okay, time is up. You leave out of the room, they give you your paper. You go into another room, they take your labs. And then when they take your labs, they ask you for your urine. Like if it's that you're somebody that smokes, somebody that drink and stuff, trust me, if you know you're gonna do that, and you're gonna do your medical, ain't gonna fail you. So I would advise, do not use anything, do not take anything. I would not advise that. So they check for that as well. They also check for HIV. HIV is a no-no. So they check for that as well. After the labs, you do the hearing test. Also after the hearing test labs, there's the vision. They'll give you something to read. They'll ask you to identify the numbers in a pattern for the vision. You cover one eye, look at the letters and the numbers on that paper and stuff, and what depending if you pass or fail, they'll let you know if you pass or fail after each exam. And after that, no, there's again separate male and female to see the doctor. So the males, I'm not really sure how their process went to see the doctor, but for females, you go into a room, there is a officer there. She instruct us like, okay, girls, there was a section we stripped down to our bra and panties, we put on an overall, we had a seat, our clothes were folded and put down to the side, we checked her height, we checked her weight. There is specific height and weight that minimum and maximum you have to be within. After that, we sat down, we waited until the doctor was ready to see us one by one. So I never had a male doctor, I had a female doctor. However, I know that they said that if there was a male doctor, a female would have to be in the room while they're doing their inspection and observation. It is nothing that you guys need to be nervous about. It was pretty easy. She told you have your hand stretched out. She did this while your hand was stretched out. You did a duck walk. You went on the table, she did a quick look, that was it. Examine and just check to make sure everything is okay, your ears, your eyes, your mouth, everything. She went over the medical questions, like if there was anything that was any concern, they will ask you. So just verify, be honest, do not lie. The only thing for me was that my vitamin D was low, which is funny because I'm coming from a country where the sun shines every day and I was always in the sun, and coming here to America only to find out my vitamin D was low. So with that, now she said, oh, you're gonna have to get a waiver, everything else was okay. So I was now put on conditional delayed entry. So I didn't get to choose my job or anything like that the same day. I was supposed to go back to my recruiter and then get the waiver sorted out. So that was my MEPS process. I was able to redo my labs, and my vitamin D was good. I requested pharmacy records. They said 5 years, but I hadn't been here for 5 years at the time, so I brought whatever records I have. Every medical records or additional medical records that I had, I submitted that as well. Any hospitalization, I only had one, which was giving birth to my daughter. So everything was okay. Took about almost, because I think I didn't get approved until around late November. So say everything got submitted in about early October or somewhere there. My waiver didn't get approved until about late November, because trust me, I call my recruiter like every day. I know he probably was tired of me because every day I was like, you heard anything yet? You heard anything yet? So yeah, when I got approved, I was glad because he even called me and was like, hey, your waiver is approved and stuff. So guys, again, please, if you have any medical issue, please let your recruiter know. Do not lie, because they will find that lie. So yeah, and it was a good thing that the only thing I had was my vitamin D, and I ensure I've been taking my vitamin D supplements to ensure that my vitamin D levels are okay. So that was pretty much my MEPS process. For other persons who didn't have to go to the who went into the unconditional or conditional DEP program. Oh yeah, I was able to swear in as well. So I was able to swear in. I reviewed my contract with them, but it will be updated now. Now that I'm going to be shipping out, so they will review it again the final day, just to make sure everything that I did sign to or I'm about to sign is what I want and what I put. So I have a 4-year contract, and yeah, that was pretty much it for me. So persons who, as I said, who are not on the delayed entry or who are on the delayed entry, sorry, they were able to pick their job there at MEPS office, and they would have gotten their ship dates there. But my situation was a bit different. I got my ship date from a recruiter. So yeah, I will show you my pack list next time in my next video of what I will be bringing. Just giving you guys a heads up, please. If you are going to be ship out, do not bring no suitcase. I'm begging you guys, do not bring any suitcase. Pack as light as possible, and I will emphasize that again in my next video. So see you guys soon. Bless up, keep safe, and be good.